And we're good. Just like that. Let's go. That is sick.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Is there a link for the Twitch one?
Yeah. Let me send.
I'm gonna post it again.
Hey Tom, I need your number, bro.
4 through 5.
Okay.
310 4277. And that number will probably change at the
Okay.
end of the year because I'll be getting a new one. Switching over to Apple.
What? Betraying us, man. What you doing?
Hey, I'm still keeping this one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, come on, man.
But the new iPhone is slightly better than this one.
Is it? Which one is that?
S20 Ultra. This one's way better than the S22.
That one's better than S22. What?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
Alright, let me repost this. Ugh. We good, Bubba? The camera?
Should be.
Sideways?
I will be Mr. Producer today.
Mr. Producer. Link twitch.tv/Juso.
Oh, dang. Why is it all laggy like that? Sounds good, though. Look at it. Oh, sorry.
Can't tell. Here, move the table closer.
Closer?
All right. Here, let's see the camera over. Still good?
Yeah. It's just like. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to fix the camera because it's all laggy.
It's probably just the stream.
No, like on the live, it's like choppy.
It is what it is.
Oh, we're just gonna leave it like that.
Does it sound good?
Talking that mic?
Hello.
Nice.
Woo. Thank you. Yep, sounds fine. Okay, yes.
All right.
Y'all gonna share mic?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we shall start then.
We'll wait till
We're ready?
Yeah.
You good?
I'm done. Yeah.
All right. What's good, Twitch?
Welcome to the Rajahdat podcast.
YouTube's jacking up.
So we're on Twitch. tonight. So, anyways,
Twitch is good though. Twitch is good.
we have a guest tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, bro. Intro. Who are you? How old are you? How do you know us? Or how do you know one of us? I guess.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What's up, Twitch? I'm Neitana Leung-Choi. For those of you that know me by Nate, Tana, or Choi,
All of it.
everything. First knew Irie when he first moved here, went to school. Then found out that we're related. Our grandmas are cousins. And it's been years since I've actually seen you.
I know. I don't remember last time, but
Yeah.
we stay in contact.
Yeah, and then this is first time meeting your younger brother.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, just popped in here for the weekend for some family time, and then wanted to take some time to chill with extended family time.
Heck
So,
yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Get it?
Right on, man. What do you? So what? Do you work right now? You working? Going to school?
Yeah. Shout out Kamikaze. Just got me a new job. He's also my housemate and cousin as well. Working in a solar company up in Lehigh, making some ink, having fun, all that good stuff.
Hell yeah, man.
Wait, so you work for a solar company?
Yeah. It's called Lumio. I From what I remember, I think it's like a new solar company.
Mhm.
For almost like a year now. But what they did is like, I think it's taking four separate solar companies and combining them into one.
Oh, dang.
And so my job is basically being the middleman of helping all four of those companies integrating into one whole system. That way we just get the ball rolling and all that stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've been experienced in solar before. So like I know a lot of what they're talking about. And the other day, this last week was my first week working there, and then already took a few calls
Oh, dang.
coming down.
So you just manage people, or?
In a way, it's just talking with the sales reps to
Oh,
like
okay.
utility companies, like other phases of like how solar works and getting it installed and stuff, making sure everything is all checked out, and like government official stuff kind of thing.
Mhm.
But we just make sure everything's updated, make sure people do what they're supposed to do, and then just check it off and move on.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's super chill, good environment. You know, has opportunities of working from home, which is nice. And they're very flexible with everybody that works there. Especially for me in the college broke life. Not having a car, but still able to get there to and from, and then making friends from work and then being able to catch a ride and all that stuff. But it's all good.
That's cool, man. You get paid a lot to do that?
Oh,
Or?
I get paid way more than my old job.
What was your old job the same thing, or like?
Nah, my old job, I was working as a caregiver for disabled people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I was just a van driver, and so I just show up to the day program that they go at and just take them out on activities, drive them everywhere. But yeah, it was kind of tiring having to drive every day. I was falling asleep
figure.
behind the wheel, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's not it. Dang.
But yeah, then our housemate moved in, got the same job that we're working in now. Referred me to it, and then that's all we're going from there. Right now.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's sick, bro. What's your company name again?
Lumio.
Lumio.
Mhm.
Right on. I never heard of it. Sounds dope.
Yeah. There's a lot of new solar companies that's booming right now, and so the market's pretty good. so far.
I see
Like
all
the
those.
market is like just nuts.
Yeah, I see all those buildings in Lehigh. Like they're just all business buildings, and I don't
Yeah.
know what the heck they are.
Yeah,
So is that all like
pretty
solar? Or
much, yeah.
that's
But like
dope.
there's other companies like whether it be like fragrance or other business stuff, like Lehigh just has a lot of corporate buildings.
Yeah, I saw that. That's probably why it's so nice there.
Yeah.
All those people who work in those buildings get
Yeah.
paid pretty good.
Mhm.
So you live in Lehigh?
No, I live in Provo.
Okay, but you work in Lehigh.
Yeah.
Right on, man. That's dope. Good for you. Sounds like you're doing okay out there.
I am now.
Right on, man. Okay, I got like a few questions
Yeah.
lined up. Um, First question. Are you happy right now?
Almost. Almost.
Almost. What does that mean?
So like it's taking because I thought about it and I talk with my cousin all the time about this. Um like we always do like if we can like a weekly checkup. Because for with me going to school um for the music industry um and for him wanting to pursue the music industry as well with what he knows like um we just talk like how we're doing, how like our mental status, like if we're good, and just being fully like 100% honest with each other.
Yeah.
Um, because like after everything that we know so far till today, like looking towards the future and seeing other people in the music industry, like it's tough. And then like everyone, of course, it's gonna be a dream, and that's something that everybody would want with whatever ambition or goals that we have in life. But um, I guess all of a sudden just kind of hit us where have to be more realistic of like what's like realistically achievable
Yeah.
into it. And so um,
I remember
like
you were talking with Boo Boo like how you want to get into music.
yeah,
I don't know. Tell us more about that because it's like
yeah,
we were talking behind before we were streaming. Now we're streaming.
yeah,
So like, what are your goals or like what is that what you want to do? You want to produce music?
yeah. So kind of like to start at the beginning. When I got home from a mission, I didn't even know what to do um, when I came home. Because having to adjust from the missionary life to just normal life, like, was kind of hard. It took me maybe a year to figure out, like, what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
But then it took me years to figure out, like, what I really, really, really want to do.
Like what you want to pursue, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, because when I first came home, don't do this, everyone. I applied to BYU, got accepted 4 times.
Classic.
Did
That's
not
the
show
classic
up.
route. Yep.
Yeah, did not show up 4 times. They still send me emails like, "Oh yeah, you're enrolled. You have all this FAFSA stuff," and I'm like, "I'm not going there."
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it took me a while to actually figure out what I wanted to do. Um, and how we're talking about the university that I go to, Full Sail University. Um, I didn't even know who they were at all. It was just one day I'm just watching some YouTube videos, and then an ad just pops up for the school. And at first I was like, "Oh, this is probably like a junk school. Like they just want people. Like they don't really like say that they're gonna help educate you for what you want." And like
What's it called?
Full Sail
Full
University.
Sail.
Full Sail.
Yeah,
Full Sail. FUL space SAIL.
Right on.
yeah.
University.
And so I had doubts of it, but then I just had like the prompting of like, oh, maybe you should look into it. And so I actually watched the whole ad, and I was like, oh, that's something that looks cool. And then clicked the link, sent me straight to their main website, and I was like, oh, they have a ton of degrees for like music industry, entertainment, and they even have like the only sports is like esports stuff, like gamers. Like they go hard into that one. But
Oh, that's
then
sick.
I saw music because like that's kind of like what I missed the most about my mission was just how musically talented all the Kiwis, the people in New Zealand like were. Um,
For sure.
like
For
that's
sure.
what helped me go through everything on the mission, and so it was something that I wanted to do because using all the musical talents that um, God has given me and that my mom has forced me to do. It helps people.
Wow, that sounds like someone I know really well.
That's it.
Yeah.
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 Go
Yeah,
explain.
no,
Like,
actually. Yeah, no, my
Yeah.
mom, so like I in like towards like my junior year of high school, I
Yeah.
was like I told my mom I was like I want to like make beats and want to be a producer. I want to make beats for like these big artists and stuff, and she bought me a FL Studio,
Mm-hmm.
and then she bought me this big ass keyboard to make beats on. And then I would like once I got it, I was like before I got it, I was like dreaming all kinds of shit. But then once I got it, I was like I messed around with it for a while, but
Yeah.
eventually I like the desire to make stuff like kind of died down.
Yeah.
I didn't chase it as hard.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom always pushed me to go and chase music. She was always like, "Okay, so have you made anything else? Have you like?" She always like, "What do you need? I'll get it for you. Like, let's do it." And I was like, "Okay." But yeah, my mom was hella pushing me to go and chase music like that.
Is it still something you still want to do?
I do it as a hobby now.
Yeah.
I have some beats that I make once in a while. Like I'll be like I'm bored and I'll get on the FL Studio and I'll
Yeah.
make some cool whatever. Or if I hear something on TikTok that I like just the other day or the other week I was at the airport going to Hawaii
Yeah.
and I heard a TikTok and this guy was playing his guitar. I was like, yo, that shit is fire. And so I like downloaded the video, I recorded it, and then I downloaded BandLab on my phone because I didn't have FL Studio.
Yeah.
And I made a beat right there.
Hey.
It's stuff like that like I don't want to do it as a career,
Yeah.
but doing it for fun is like it. I like doing it for fun. I
Yeah.
don't like doing it for like money or profit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun for me now.
Yeah.
But before I was trying to do it as a career, and I was like, this sucks.
yeah, you were in school.
Yeah,
Like, he was-
yeah. I went. I told you I went. I did like a year of community college.
Yeah.
In like a music program.
Mm-hmm.
The first semester they told me about like marketing and all that,
Mm-hmm.
like how to sell your stuff and how to get in like how to be able to actually make money off of it.
Yeah.
It's so like complicated. You get like really into it, and I was like, dang, like you gotta know like copyright. You gotta know all this kind of stuff to like just sell your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, towards the end, I like fell off. I was like, I do not want to do this as a job.
Yeah.
I was like, hell no. And it's just like hard to get in the industry. You gotta kind of get lucky. You gotta kind of know people.
Mm-hmm.
But you know
It's
your
all- it's
cousin's
all-
already in there, no?
Yeah, it's all connections. We even have an uncle. It's even through our grandma's side. But like, he's made music. I haven't listened to a lot lately, but I've only listened to the one that popped up on MTV like 10 years ago. And
Really?
it was just like a funky, weird song. Like nobody was listening to it, and so, but he's always like on a lot of like radio stations down in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then
Who's your uncle?
I actually don't remember his name to be
Oh.
honest. I know it starts with a K. Sorry, y'all, but I've only met him like maybe a few times,
Mm.
but every time I see him, he's got his own studio setup,
Yeah,
and so he's always like
he's like if he's on a radio in Hawaii, we probably know his name. Like
Yeah.
just because we grew up listening to like our mom would play the like all the radios. Like,
yeah.
every morning, just click through him and then you listen to him. So if he
Mhm.
said his name and we listened, like we found him, we'd
Yeah,
probably be like,
I-
oh yeah, we
I
know. that
wonder
guy."
if it's Kalola.
That's cool though.
Did you
Yeah,
find like a? When did you decide you wanted to do music? Like right after your mission, or was it like during your mission? You're like,
Yeah, it was right after my mission. But it was like kind of had like a downtime where I was like really missing the mission and just New Zealand itself so much, and I was just like reminiscing on like all the good days.
Did you guys have like jam sessions out there?
Yeah, those are the best.
Hell
Where
yeah.
we just like pop a guitar, say whatever we wanted. Church appropriate though.
Right.
With the badge on and everything. But like just remembering those good times, like that's kind of what helped like influence my decision into pursuing it further. And journey so far, ups and downs.
Yeah.
What's done is done in the past, but just moving forward with it and um, doing the best I can to get there. And yeah, and like I said earlier, being more realistic and expecting what's realistic coming, because with every producer or artist like that all of a sudden just blow up, like they they just do it like a hobby,
Yeah.
They just love what they love to do, and then it just booms up, and then it's like, oh, okay, I
Now
guess
we're
I gotta do
popular.
more. Gotta do more work for it, and so
Do you have any goals for like your music career? Like,
just helping people in general. Like we all have like that one artist that like helped us through anything or just something that we vibe to,
Mhm.
you know. Um, and like for for me especially, there's just like a ton. Um, but probably my number one growing up was Joji. Joji being my number one. Um,
yeah, he been making some bangers, bro.
Yeah, and
Everybody be
he was
talking
like
about
my
that shit.
first concert that I've been to since.
Really?
I've been seeing on your
Long-
Instagram. You go to all those concerts, dude. You went to
Yeah.
Kendrick one, right?
Yeah,
That was sick.
You went to a
Kendrick
Kendrick
one. Shout out,
Lamar?
D Ray. Thank you for taking us and the boys. But like going to Kendrick, like probably like the only song that I remember was Mad City from football.
Oh yeah.
Like just when we're in the gym, just lifting weights in the mornings, and then because like when I first heard that song was when Kyle started playing that, and then he turns up the speakers and almost like blows out the speakers in the weight room. But that one was like my very first Kendrick song, and then I would notice like Zach Tamry,
Mhm.
he would like I also saw him at the concert too,
Oh wow, yeah. He
and
likes
then
all that stuff.
yeah
I think he's starting a YouTube channel too. Like
yeah
reacting to music.
yeah, and
That's
That's
cool.
tight.
but I noticed like he would always listen to Kendrick, and so it got me listening into Kendrick. But I wasn't like a big fan,
Yeah.
cause like at the time, like just growing up, like um you know how parents can be protective
Yeah.
for their kids, making sure that you're not listening or doing things you shouldn't be doing, and like as a parent, like that's the job, and
Mhm.
so it's all good. But it wasn't until like after coming home from a mission and kind of exposing myself into like the rap culture and just listening to it more, like then I kind of understood what Kendrick was about, and then I actually like a lot of his songs. Um, Poetic Justice is probably my favorite one from his old albums, but like there's a ton of these new rap songs that a lot of my buddies will like always ask me in the car like, "Oh, do you know this one? Do you know this guy? Do you know this one? It's pretty lit." And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like the vibe."
Yeah, bro. Like I'm more like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. That's just what I grew up with. I
Yeah.
remember in high school when um J. Cole dropped Forest Hills Drive. You know that one?
I don't remember that one.
That's like my favorite album of all time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and like the crew that was around, right? Like
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Nephi, Kobe,
Yeah.
Raymond,
Mhm.
all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would like just listen to that album all the time. Like I know like songs from that album like word for word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know any rap now. Like who's cool? The baby, little baby. Is that even? Are they even cool?
The
anymore?
baby, the baby's alright.
I never heard. I don't even.
I mean, a lot of their songs like I like, and most of their songs like I guess everybody like vibes with, but um, cause like I always keep up with like the music industry drama, so to say,
Mhm.
and like how Russ kind of came out talking about Lil Baby and Da Baby with their record labels or music labels and how restrictive they are in like
Yeah.
releasing compared to Russ, who's an independent artist, where he can make music and just release it whenever he wants to, versus record labels where they tell you what
Yeah,
to.
they kind of control.
Yeah,
Russ talks about that in like some of his songs. Yeah, like I've
Yeah.
heard some of his bars saying like, I'm an independent." He like I remember
Yeah.
I think I forgot what song it was, but I know he like makes a whole point in his song to like throw that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was crazy.
Yeah. Russ is like kind of like a big motivator of like just being a producer on that side.
He
and
makes
what
all his
does.
beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
that's
own-
wild.
Has his own studio and everything. Like I've probably watched a ton of videos about him than any other rapper.
So is that the kind of producer you want to be, like
Like
artist slash producer, or you just want to be the?
I suck on the mic. I'm terrible at rapping and singing. But I know I'm more comfortable at just making beats and just getting it out there.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
Have you produced any songs for anybody yet, or?
um other than what I told you, I'll say it again. Back in May, Buddy from the Mission came here to the States because he's from Wales, but
Oh,
he's
whoa.
real big into EDM and went to EDC festival in Vegas, and that's like I think like a 3 day festival of just everybody listening to electronic music. Um, and the vibes there are crazy. Like they stay there in like tents and like barely
I have some
shower or anything.
I have some old coworkers that he went to one like a crazy like EDM like an
Yeah.
EDM concert.
Mhm.
Shit looks wild, like
Yeah.
crazy shit going on over there.
Yeah, ton
Drugs, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're telling me like they're gonna get like fricked up on the like LSD, all kinds of shit. Like we're gonna trip so crazy. I was like, yo, fucking wild, dude. I would not. I would not.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
that's dope though. Then
Mhm.
he made stuff for that, or
No, like he went to
Okay.
EDC, but like he would always be like, "Hey, is it all good if I can stay at your guys' place?" They're like, "Yeah, sure." And then we would always be sending each other like songs that we like. That's EDM, because like I don't mind any kind of music, just as long as it fits the vibe or whatever I'm feeling in the mood for. But was feeling EDM and then started making a beat for it, and then um, around that same time was when I posted it up on my SoundCloud that I just made that day, and then it was just for the headbangers, and it's kind of influenced by him, and just for any EDM headbanger.
that's dope, man.
That's like my first one and only one that I've posted out yet so far.
Bro, you should listen to his play the first one you made. It's so sick.
Wait, what do you mean the first one, dude?
The
There's
first one you
like,
posted YouTube.
oh, you mean I'll play you the official like it's not. But
Yeah,
anyway.
he put it on YouTube.
Mhm.
So sick. Put up to the mic.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent me this.
Oh, did I?
Did
Yeah,
you?
you did.
Oh, so sick.
Yeah, this is the
This is the
one.
vibe.
This is the first one I ever made that I made everything myself. Cause before when I started making beats, I was making like, I would have like a loop or something, and I
Yeah.
just put drums on it, and that
Mhm.
would be my beat. I'd be like, all right, that's it. Sounds
Yeah.
cool. But then I was like, I gotta start making my own stuff. Like,
Mhm.
I'm tired of like using everybody else. Cause that one, I didn't know if that was legal. If you could like sell a beat like that, I was like, dang, I don't even know if I can legally use that.
Yeah.
Cause you know you have to like buy like loops and like stuff like that. But that I made myself. Like the horns and everything was me. I like sat there and I figured it out. So I'm like so proud. I'm
Yeah,
like
that's the
super
one.
proud of that. That's like the one I'm like, yup, that was me, all me. I
Bro,
didn't
it's
have
so-
to.
That's the best feeling when you like finish it and it's like that was.
Yeah, man.
Can't believe I did all that stuff.
I posted it. I posted it on a TikTok, and then I had people like, "Yo, this is a vibe, dude. Like, you need to like advertise this more." I had somebody say that, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I should, bro."
Yeah, that's what I need to do is post my EDM thing on TikTok.
Yeah, dude.
'Cause I feel like because like with going to school for audio production, like taking a time off to be a part-time school student, doing a marketing class, and like I'm almost done with it. I should have my certificate by the end of the year, and I go back into full-time student in my degree. But like just learning everything from the marketing class, like TikTok is like probably the best for any
TikTok is
audio
probably
producer.
For sure.
the
for-
most
for anything.
consumable form of content right now. Like if you're not
Yeah.
on TikTok, you're not existing, at least to like a whole audience. Like everyone's on
Mhm.
TikTok.
Yeah.
From 9 year olds to like 50 year olds that are
Mhm.
all looking for how to garden, but everyone is on TikTok.
Yeah.
No, yeah. My dad told me, he's like, I don't even go on YouTube anymore. I just go on TikTok because they show you how to do it in 20 seconds, like how to fix a car, how to change
Yeah.
a tire. He's like, that's my search engine now. So like, yeah, it's probably the most the place where you can get the most exposure to the widest range of audience. So
For
Yeah.
sure.
we'll have to go live on TikTok instead one day.
One of these days.
Yeah.
or
When we start-
do both.
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the same
We gotta
time.
figure out how to do
I
it
don't
on
know.
my computer, 'cause I know we can.
I see like a ton of like gaming streamers like they do both. Like it's or even all three where it's
Yeah.
on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok.
Yeah, man, that'd be sick. We'll figure it out.
One
sooner or
day.
later.
One of these
Yeah.
days we'll.
Stupid YouTube isn't even working for us. Pissed off.
Dude, they've been causing like the most problems with this
We don't even
podcast.
have that many followers.
I
Like,
know.
barely to our 20 followers.
Shout out to our 20 followers.
Yeah, we love y'all. Anyway, no, man, that's dope. Like, I had no idea you were doing that. Like before tonight. That's dope. Like,
Yeah, it was actually funny because like when I first started, was living with my aunt up in Lehigh, and then I moved back down here to coach track and field, um, and saw like Irene and like everybody like in the cross country team, like
Yeah.
Coach Holt, saw a lot of them and like just catching up and like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing music, like going into the music industry for my degree, and they're like, what? You'd be like the last person I would think that would go into that.
bruh, because you were like a huge athlete in high school. Like, I was telling him. No. I remember.
Oh no. I don't know.
I remember like clear as day, 9th grade, lifting weights, and he was squatting 5 plates as a freaking freshman, dude. I was like,
What the fuck?
Bruh.
why am I
What
playing
the
football?
fuck?
Like this dude's over here squatting 5 plates. I'm like, and didn't you go to state every year for javelin or something?
I started in my sophomore year, and yeah,
Yeah.
state every year.
Dang.
It was wild. I remember like Nathan was always in sports. You even played rugby for 2 years, right, with us?
Yeah,
I remember
man,
that.
That was hard doing rugby and track at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It was hard because you had practice at the same time. But
Yeah, but like having to condition and run for both.
Oh man. Can only imagine that kind of
Yeah.
stress, bro.
right on, man. That's dope, man. I'm glad you got like sharing all this. Get to know you better. I guess this is like a full 180 turn, but I was gonna ask, what was your experience? Cause like we're pretty much the same skin color, like, and we're the same like
Yeah.
split of Polynesian. You know, you're like you're a bunch of everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah, what's your nationalities like?
Um. So like, before I say it, um, anytime like this is actually a huge blessing, but anytime I got in trouble with my mom, she would always send me to my grandma's, and then, knowing my grandma, she's always at like the family history center doing genealogy,
Yeah.
and I hated that. Like having to like look for people and trace them to the right person, like that. That's like
Doesn't our grandma do that
Yeah.
all the time?
yeah, it was tough. Like I hated that, but throughout doing it, was able to like find and within our own family, and so um through my mom's side, it's we thought it was Hawaiian, but it's actually Tahitian,
Mm.
and Tahitian, Maori, Portuguese, and a little Chinese
Yeah.
into there, and then my dad, Samoan, Chinese, and I didn't know I was Tongan until I got my mission call, Tongan speaking, because then
Same.
my yeah
Well, not mission call, but yeah,
yeah,
I know.
but like when I just look at my grandma, she's like, yeah, we're Tongan, and then my dad's like, no, no, get that out of here.
That's crazy.
That and Welsh,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Whoa.
and so
that's wild.
yeah,
Like our split is almost like dead on identical. So
yeah, Welsh and Scottish.
that's wild. Yeah. Like so our mom, we thought our mom's mom is Samoa. She moved from Samoa to
Yeah.
Hawaii. So she's a first. So we're like third generation immigrants or whatever.
Yeah,
But so our mom is Samoan white, but the Samoan part I guess has Tongan and Chinese in it.
mm-hmm.
And if you look back at my mom's or like my lineage, you can definitely tell we're Chinese because we look like Chinamen. A lot of Samoans are actually like they all have that chink eye. It's weird.
Mhm.
Like
I would like my dad like um because I didn't really find out much about my dad's side until I got home from a mission. And that's like where our relationship just grew a lot better.
yeah,
Um, but he would tell me stories of like all the old people in Samoa, like they all look Samoan and everything, and they would like tell the kids and speak Samoan to them, and then like the older elders, they just be sitting at a table playing mahjong, speaking perfect, clean Chinese. And then,
bro.
and then when a kid messes
Wild.
up the field or the whatever field crop they're working on, then they just straight back to Samoan, and they're like, "What the heck?"
What the hell?
Like, who's this Asian speaking Samoan?
Yeah, it's kind of wild, bro. Yeah, so that's our mom's side. So it's Chinese and Samoan, and then like a little bit of Tongan. But my grandma traced it back. She traced it to like where the Tongan heritage comes from. But it's
Yeah.
now like at our point, it's like really diminished,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But and then our dad is Maori and Hawaiian. So we know we're like our dad's mom is full Maori,
Yeah.
but our dad's dad is like Hawaiian, Tahitian, white, but he grew up in Hawaii. He speaks pidgin like he spoke pidgin when he was alive still.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks like a white trucker. He has this huge
Handlebar
handlebar
mustache.
white, but connect as could be. Like it was crazy to see. Like I remember growing up and hearing him, and it was like full pigeon. Like, but then he was
All
he
the
was
features
white,
was
but
just
yeah, it was like
doesn't fit.
it was crazy. Like so. Anyway, I was gonna get to the point. Like we're all three of us basically like kind of have the same mix and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we must have the same kind of perspective of how we grew up. So
Yeah.
like for me coming to Utah, I got lucky. I feel like I had a good group of friends that like you were part of that. You were part of the group
Mm-hmm.
or like a certain group of people I hung out with,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I didn't feel like I didn't fit in with a certain group of people,
Yeah.
but then I never really fit in with the people who are like full Samoan.
Yeah.
Like I felt
I know what you mean.
it's almost, I want to say racist. Like
And yeah, it kind of feels that way. Because it was like that on the mission where like all the polys who like knew the language or like spoke it, like kind of segregated and like, oh, this one doesn't know how to speak it, and then you're just put into a different group.
Exactly.
It's because especially on the mission in New Zealand, like a lot of them are Aussies or just fobs from the islands, and then the rest are like from wherever, and then a lot from Utah.
yeah,
And like in my experience, I started off with being around the Tongans, and like it kind of felt a little awkward at first because I didn't know the language. Like I couldn't speak it, but I could somewhat understand it a lot faster than other elders, or at least my MTC companion,
yeah,
because he could speak it but didn't understand it, and I couldn't speak, but I understood it. And so, just hearing conversations like with the Tongans, like it was all good, but it still felt like I was left out because like couldn't really practice. But um, like in a way, whether it be Tongan, Samoan, or whatever, like it kind of felt like everyone just segregated to what's more comfortable with them. And I always felt like I was with everybody from the States.
yeah,
Like, because it's like, oh, you're from Utah. It's like, oh, same here. I'm like, oh, I didn't think you were from Utah. And it'd be funny when I introduce myself to wards. I'd be like, oh, kia ora, kia ora. I'm Neitana Leung-Choi. Like, I don't look what my name is, but
yeah,
like some people say that I do. And then like my accent is different. I introduce, because normally you introduce your family lineage before anything.
mm-hmm.
And so I name all this stuff after saying my name, and they all look at me and it's like, and I'm from Utah. And they're like, oh, from the factory. Oh, he's one of those guys. You know.
Did that ever make you feel like bad about, or not bad, but like, did it ever make you feel down when people would treat you like differently?
Yeah. I mean, like, um, because I felt like as a missionary in New Zealand, like, I've had my fair share of racism over there. Um, like, it kind of hit hard because a lot of people in New Zealand are like they're super blunt, like don't care one thing in the world for you, like they'll say what they feel like and won't have any sympathy for you or feel bad about it,
yeah,
kind of thing. But at the same time, like as I feel bad about that myself, I'm like, well, how am I gonna like get through this? Because now I'm stuck here for like who knows how long,
yeah,
you know. And so because of that, like even coming back here, like still experiencing that, from time to time, but like I just laugh at it, you know. It's like
that's a good attitude.
Yeah, there
you
you
know,
go.
because it's just funny, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, awesome. Thank you for your opinion. Have a great day,
Yeah,
because you made my day. By just being sarcastic towards them, and you know, because people are always gonna hate you for whatever dumb reason that they give, and there's no need for all that caring stuff,
yeah,
like just move on throughout the day.
bro, yeah,
So are you just kind of desensitized to it now? Is it just kind of
Yeah,
whatever now?
I mean, there are some things that I guess in a way would still trigger for that coming back,
Yeah.
but you know, like since I'm getting old now, maturing, um, just kind of finding better ways to just, there's no need to like react to it, you know, because if I'm gonna react to it and it ends up me in jail, like
Yeah.
I'm still a freaking 18-year-old kid, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's just thinking for the better future of myself, and for whoever comes into my life, you know. 'Cause I want to be a better example for that.
For sure.
And so,
That's a good attitude to have.
yeah.
Better than what most people would do.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like I think I felt bitter about it, like, cause living here it's so different in Hawaii. Cause I grew up in Hawaii, and there's so many different types of people. The only ones that kind of get segregated in Hawaii are like white people. Like in
Yeah.
general, no one really liked the white people there. Like
Yeah.
no offense, but it's just what it is. Like
Yeah.
just and
Like-
it's strictly on skin color too. Like
Mm-hmm.
even if they grow up there, if they go in certain parts, everyone's like, "What's this white person doing here?"
Yeah, like
But
first impressions.
yeah,
would
but
be
in
like.
general, there's Filipinos, there's Micronesians, there's Samoans, Hawaiians. Like, as long as you're like some kind of ethnic, people are like, "Oh yeah," like if you speak pidgin, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then moving here, obviously we're minorities. Every like in school, like 1 out of 30 kids are poly or black or,
Yeah.
and then the rest are white. So just that being a minority here is weird. But then I've also felt being a minority in groups of polys. Like it's so weird. Like I remember playing volleyball one time,
Yeah.
and I went with Lorenzo to go play volleyball.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of Samoan that spoke Samoan. And I know they all know each other, but I never played volleyball with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed a spike, and it was like bad miss. Everyone started laughing, like bad poly laughing, like loud. And I'm the only one not laughing. I know it's after I hit the ball that they're laughing
Yeah.
at me. And then I hear I hear him talking to someone, oh Palangi. And I'm the only one lighter than everyone there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know they're talking about me. And then from there it just got in my head, like I kept messing up, they kept laughing, they kept saying Palangi, and I'm like, bro, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like what did I do? I just came to play volleyball
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting made fun of. So I guess like that there's a few more experiences, but that one in general like stuck with me because I remember feeling like, damn, am I not like I'm Samoan, like
Yeah.
I have in my blood. My grandma's Samoan. Go down 10 minutes from here. I see my grandma. My grandma talks just like these people,
Mm-hmm.
but then just like their judgment on me
Yeah.
was weird. Like I didn't understand why they would do it,
Mm-hmm.
but
In a way, like it's the way that I view it, and it can be towards like whatever nationality you are, um, doesn't matter like age, ethnicity, or what you believe in and all that stuff. Like with that type of scenario and the type of people that did that to you or to us for whatever it may be, like I like to view it as like it's just people like them, you know, because there's always good people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, um, there was more um good people that accepted who you were or who you are, like whatever the case may be.
yeah,
But like just people like them, that's how I would view it. Um, when those experiences happen, because like how people may say is like racist and all that, like realistically everyone is a little bit racist.
yeah.
Factual.
and,
Factual.
and I didn't figure that out until watching the comedian Ari Spears talk about that.
I never heard of him, but or
He,
her.
that whole show, it's funny. Like he's just being racist the whole show, but like it's funny because like he states like everyone's just a little bit racist, and then he's like, look at all the white people. He's like, no, I'm not racist. I'm incapable of being racist. My best friend is black. He's also my chauffeur, but he's my best friend. It's like just being funny that way, and it's like everyone will be a little bit racist and everyone will take offense to it, but it's like just gotta realize that everyone's gonna be that way and just gotta stick through it somehow.
Keep her moving.
Yeah, man. Yeah. their experience just stuck with me. But
Mhm.
I mean, I just don't have like a, or I've just never, it never like, it doesn't bother me now.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's something you always
Yeah.
remember, you know.
so it's a little, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, how was your attitude? Like, what if it happened again? Would you care as much, or would you kind of be like, what,
Uh,
or would you like shake it off? Like, it's
no,
happened before. It's whatever.
like I probably won't go play volleyball anymore. Like because
Yeah.
of that. Like I just don't want to be in those positions again. Like,
Mhm.
but
And
yeah,
if it's something that you don't like vibe with them, you know, then
yeah,
it's better for you not to be there.
yeah, man.
That's crazy. You're like the first person who's had like the similar. We're not like the first person, but like almost. We all almost have like the same exact situation, kind of, where we feel like a little bit left out of
Mhm.
where we're supposed to be, kind of. Oh
Yeah.
shit. But like, yeah.
But I feel that all the time with whatever group of friends that I'm with, you know,
Yeah,
like especially with all my housemates and group of friends that I hang out with up north. Like, shout out D Ray. he was he was like the first person that I met that called me like old because they're all your age,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm like almost 25 hanging with a bunch of 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and it's like, you know, but I don't care, you know. I vibe with everybody, doesn't matter what age you are.
yeah, man.
But I lost my train of thought, but yeah.
But you got a good, pretty much like a real optimistic attitude.
Yeah.
For the
I
most
try to.
part, yeah. I think me and him think the same way. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
that's why I want to start this pod. Like that's why we started this podcast.
Yeah,
So we can just talk about things that
yeah,
and relate to people and learn and grow.
yeah. That's the same thing that I want to do with my friends back home.
Dope,
You know,
man.
just talk about whatever and just positive vibes. And um, like I remember, I guess before you started this podcast, I were talking about like Andrew Tate and just that interview you sent me where he's talking about like um get 20 people that are like on the same boat, like they want to see you eat, you want to see them eat, and you're supporting each other, kind of thing, you know. Because like when you sent me that, it got me thinking, and I'm like, all right, who's actually a friend, you know, who's one that I actually talk to.
Yeah, man.
And like you plus maybe I think it's just you and 5 other people that I know, 5 or 6 other people. Because like um thinking back, like all the friends that um we hung out with, and then after graduating, like those numbers went down, you know.
I think that happens in general. Like
Yeah.
high school is a different story than like real life.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of really see who like isn't just a high and by. It's more like, yo, how are you doing? Let's go eat,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Come
Yeah.
through when you're here.
Mm-hmm. And then even on the mission, like meeting everybody and being boys with all the other elders, and other friends, like at a time I was like, oh, these were way better friends than my high school friends, you know, because it's like we're out there, you know, we're by ourselves doing what we believe in, taking 2 years off of our time, and it's like, yeah, we're helping each other and doing all that stuff. But then it's after the mission, like same thing in high school. Like
You guys just kind of fall off.
yeah, hardly anyone keeps in touch. But like, um, then again, with both um life after high school and after the mission, like everybody has their own life going through their own stuff.
Yeah.
But like there's still some guys that I still keep in touch with, you know, from both after high school, after the mission, and it's like um very few would be like when I talk to him as if like, no, we just talked yesterday, and it's still like, hey, what's up, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Those are the best kind of
That's
friendships.
literally, bro. That's like, you know Kobe, right?
Yeah.
We like grew up together. Like for some reason, he always followed me. It was weird,
Mhm.
but he like followed me. Like I went to their island. He moved to that island. I moved
Mhm.
back. He moved back. I moved to Utah. He came senior year to Utah,
Yeah.
and it was just like
So the
all
thing,
chance.
yeah, the thing with Colby, we actually grew up in elementary
I
school before
remember.
he moved
I
over.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
And it was crazy to see him back. I'm like, Colby?
Yeah.
And he was like, Neitana? I'm
yeah.
like,
It was
whoa.
wild, bro. But yeah, that's me and Kobe's relationship. Like ever since we were like third, fourth grade.
Mhm.
Cause I lived here, and he was living here too. That's how we like met.
Yeah.
Our moms are friends,
Yeah.
and then, but yeah, we just kind of followed each other, and that's the same thing. He'll just hit me up and be like, "Yo, what's up?" And then it's like, we were together yesterday.
Yeah.
Those kind of relationships are, like, yeah, those kind of make your life a lot better, in
Mhm.
my opinion.
Yeah.
I wanna ask you, how is, so basically you kind of talked about having a brotherhood.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that I've learned this year is that I can have friends like Kobe. I can have friends that come and go, and that's cool.
Mhm.
But I've learned to prioritize my brothers, especially him, bro. Like this is the first time this year, like ever, we've ever been like text each other every day, call each other every day, like, yo, what are we doing? Like, what are you doing? If we can't meet up, we're like, I'll call him, be like, how's work, whatever,
Mhm.
and then be like, what are we doing this weekend? We're doing a podcast, or we're streaming, or like, what are we doing? We're gonna edit videos. Anyway, I've learned how important it is to strengthen those relationships with your brothers.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, when you're sick of your bed, I'm low key gonna want him next to me, like before I die.
Mhm.
Like he's a like that's how I'm gonna think about it. So how is your, and you talked about people like going on a mission, low key, like that's what it is. You guys are brothers. You're serving with your brothers.
Mhm.
So you build relationships with your missionaries. How is it with your real brothers, or like who in your life do you consider your brothers right now?
Yeah. So like immediate family, like
Anyone. Like I consider Kobe a brother
Mhm.
more than a friend, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So like, I guess it's your like, who do you like? Do you have a brother that's strong, like, or that you would want to build on, or that's already strong? Like, I know you
Okay,
have
yeah,
brothers,
yeah,
right? Are you the oldest brother?
Yeah.
How's your relationship with them?
It's been up and down. Like with me being the oldest, like growing up, or they were all young, and then any drama that would happen in the family, like they wouldn't really understand. But now that they're all getting older, and a lot of us have graduated, um, I got one brother who's serving out in Texas right now, and like with all four of my brothers, it's something that I
You have
still,
four brothers?
yeah, four brothers and two sisters. But with all of my brothers, like we have our ups and downs, but trying to strengthen that a lot more. But I feel like it's like just after everything that's happened growing up, um, with my siblings that are closer to my age, like it's a little tougher in building a stronger relationship that way. But um, with my younger siblings, like it's been a lot easier, like building that relationship.
Mm.
Like my youngest sister, she's like the baby of the family. Like ain't nothing
Spoiled.
happening where yeah, she is spoiled.
No, like you spoil her, because that's like
Yeah.
the relationship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I gave her my iPad that was like brand new, and I didn't need it for school anymore. I'm like, yeah, you can have it.
Oh, yeah.
Then find out later, like, gets all this other stuff because we all spoil her. But like, um, lately been focusing on my younger brothers because um, with my brother that's gone on a mission right now, he was basically like he basically took my spot being the older brother.
Mm.
And so he's like the older brother of that bunch. So doing the best that I can to like just being there for them. Um, like especially like emotional support, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I know that's like the biggest part that's gonna help them in their lives, you know. But in terms of like other brothers, like who they really are, like if they are a brother, like what you said, um, like it wasn't until when you first contacted me and we started talking about Andrew Tate and all that that's when I really was like, okay, who is an actual brother,
Yeah.
you know? And so slowly those numbers are growing, you know,
Hell yeah. I mean,
as um
good for you.
the more time I spend with them, more time we start getting to know each other, and then you know being more supportive. Like
You're saying you have a cousin that you talk to all the time and check up on each other?
yeah, um, that didn't happen until um he started saying like we just hung out one day, and then how he really wanted to go into the music industry, and then um told him like that's what I'm going to school for, and so it's like okay, because we grew up since we were little kids, like maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
It all started like, hey, do you want to come play with us? Cause like, um, like he didn't know who we were, but we knew who he was. And me and my brother we were just like, yeah, you want to come play with us? Like, okay, yeah, sure. So it just started from there. But we really resonate with each other because we're both the oldest sibling in the family, and with whatever I went through, he knows, and whatever he went through, like he'll tell me, and so it's like um, a brotherly relationship kind of thing.
That's dope, man.
And so whenever we feel down, we always call each other, help that way, and it's the same way with a lot of other brothers, you know. Like just this past weekend, talked with one of them, and you know, was able to work things out, find a compromise that um, positively helps both of us, you know. Um, and then throughout the years, um, like I just have so much respect for a ton of people that I call a brother, you know, for the things that they've done to me, even though they didn't like physically intend to do that, but in in a metaphoric way, you know, their example and their influence, like um, I guess that's a way that I would call it brothers. Like what you've done to me, I'll do for you.
Yeah.
And there's this one brother. Like I've never felt this way in my life at all. Like something happened to him. He got himself in a situation, and um me and my other buddy were hanging out with um him and his girl, and he tells me the story. I've never in my life wanted to go and fix that problem right then and there. Like it was like an event where I didn't care if I went to jail for that. I didn't care what happened to that other person that was doing that to him. Like I never felt that way in my life before. But like it was funny because of course it didn't happen. I'm not in jail. I'm here.
Yes.
But like because I was also going through a lot of stuff during that time. But I guess all it took was just one visit to the toilet, and then a phone call to my parents, and then I was like, all right, I guess I'm feeling that prompting of not going to do it, you know. And so, like looking back, I just think it's funny, but um, that brother, like, there's a lot of things that I would do for him and for anyone that's brothers, like giving you guys, and then just bet you.
Yeah.
You're automatic.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
there's a ton of things that I do, you know.
yeah, man. There's not
That's
all the
powerful
Maoris
as
out
hell.
here, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it tight. You feel me? No, I agree. Like, I tell him all the time, my favorite anime character is Itachi, and I never understood why. Like, even before me and him got close, I was like, I don't know why Itachi's like the man. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, why? Like, it must be because he like did the things for his village. I was like, no, I can't. Like, I really don't care about Saint George like that. Like,
Yeah.
I would never do that for my village. Like, it's like, why would he kill his family? And then he essentially did it for his village. But
Yeah.
like, the one thing he can never do was kill his brother.
Yeah.
And everything he did was for his little brother. And I realized growing up, me and him were never close. I was like, why did? And he tried to copy me. I don't know why that was so irritating when I was little. When anyone would try to copy me, I'm like, get away from me! Why are you copying me? But I feel so stupid because I know that was just a compliment to me. Like,
Yeah.
I literally have someone who wants to be like me.
Yeah.
Now I crave that, and it's kind of a selfish thing to get close to him, but I want what's best for my brother too. Like, and that's why I relate to Itachi. Like,
Yeah.
that's my brother. Like, I will die, my back to the ground, let him walk on me. Like,
Yeah.
and I thank God to Andrew Tate. That's the main reason, because like he said that in every interview. He's like, I could lose all the women. I can be broke, whoever. It's like the one thing I'll never lose is my brother. Like, yeah, I'm about to cry, but no, but for real, that's how I feel.
Let it out. It's all good.
Like, that's what it is. Like, and I'm glad you have people that you can trust like that, and I hope they'll do the same for you.
Yeah.
You already know, bro. We like that with you too.
Yes, sir. You already know that.
No, but
No, that's true though. I remember I hella used to look at this guy like, bro, he's the man. Like, there's a picture of him in a old school buggy that he has that we have somewhere, and he has like a guitar on his back, and he's looking out the window. It was like super like artsy fartsy. It was hilarious. But I like looked at it, I was like, yo, that is like so cool. I remember I've always wanted to be like this dude when I was younger. But now we're closer than we've ever been before. Like, it's something that's like, it's new, but I like it. Like, I've never been this close to my brother.
Yeah.
Cause I've always had my sister. Cause me and her grew up. We're always like together. We never separated until like last year or something. Like, that's when I moved away and we've been separated.
Yeah.
But it's nice having like an older brother like around. Cause usually I've never had an older brother. I was always the older brother.
Yeah.
Cause I had a younger brother in Hawaii, but you know I didn't know how to be an older brother. You know, so it's like it's weird having him here now. But I like it. It's good.
it's crazy, yeah, because the bond me and him starting to build. I'm hoping one day all of my brothers, like, we have three younger brothers. One's a stepbrother, but we grew up with him.
Yeah.
So I consider him my brother. He's like, what, 15?
16.
16, 15, 16? And then there's two more. I think one's like 8, and then one's like 10.
Yeah.
So, like, those ages. They're like, all of them are still kind of like young to want to be around us, but like one day I hope that we all could like live around each other.
Yeah.
And raise our kids together. Like, all of our family like be together. That's like what I would want for our future.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I encourage you to get to know all your brothers, bro. The ones closest, like the one right under you in Texas, like.
Yeah, it's slowly.
At the end of the day, if everyone were to ditch you, your brothers are gonna be there. So, I'm glad though. I'm glad you're working your stuff out, bro. Because it'll pay off dividends like no other.
Little by little, baby steps.
We had a comment. Someone kamikaze. I think was shouting you out. He said, "Plug the boy Choi art." Atlas Productions.
Oh yeah! Shout out, everybody. Cause Kamikaze is my cousin, and
sick.
who he's talking about is his older brother, same cousin. But everybody, please go listen to Atlas Production. He's actually a dope
Atlas Production.
Yeah, Atlas Productions. He's a dope like producer, you know. I'll try pulling up his stuff.
Should I work with him?
Yep.
That's dope.
So it's actually funny how made the connection. So with Kamikaze, first meeting him, um, through one of my buddies from the mission, got me working at a job, which what you shouldn't do is do the trainings and then ditch, because that's what I did. um, but like after meeting Kamikaze, like um, he said that his brother was serving in Australia.
Right.
But like at the time, he just got home from his mission, and then said that he was dating or had a thing for a girl that lived in New Zealand.
Mhm.
And then after meeting Atlas Productions, like for the first time, he asked me if I knew who this person was, and I was like, I recognized the last name and saw a picture, and
Yeah.
then her family. I'm like, I remember them. Because I served in their ward
Yeah.
when the older brother came home from his mission, and then made the connection from there, and then just been kicking it. Now they're engaged.
Oh hell yeah!
And so that's lit. Excited to go to that wedding wherever it may be.
That's what's
If
up.
there's invites and if I get one, I'll show up anyways. But all right. Here's one of his latest jams.
Oh, that's dope. That's Atlas Productions?
Yep.
Okay.
So with him on his mission in Australia, like um he's been exposed to like all the Aussie drill
Oh.
with the guys, you know.
Aussie
Do you guys
drill.
listen to Aussie drill?
Not Aussie, but I hear a lot of
UK drill is what we
Yeah.
usually hear. Is
the
it like
same
that?
thing?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but in my opinion, Aussie drill beats UK drill.
I gotta
Yeah,
listen,
check it out,
dude.
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
listen, man.
Bruh,
Damn.
there's this one guy that me and Kamikaze and I know Atlas jams to this, and a lot of the boys from the mission. His name is Lisi. Like his style and like just um like his brain for lyrics, like it actually just goes hard. Um
Is it on Spotify?
yeah, it's on Spotify, but there's this one song that he does.
He's Samoan.
Yeah, he's Samoan. So a lot of the Aussie drills, like they're all poly, and so it's like a big thing for them. But
That's dope. I know. I never
think
thought
this is
about
the
that.
one.
Australia.
This is one of my favorite songs. Fists Up.
All these boys wanna test my patience. They're all basic. They talk tough on the gram all day. Then when they see me up close, don't say shit.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not on no gang shit, but try me and you'll leave with a facelift. 4-3 were known to be majors. Don't ever come with that fake shit. For some even on a sunny day, I'll storm in. I've got a sworn they were missionaries, cause whenever we pull up, they call more men.
Ooh.
My team got that
More
they
men.
slang like we more men. And if they wanna come to my ends, they have to know that that's my call. Like door, no time for the chit chat. Call me Dick Dad, cause me and my birthday tactics. These facts talk tough like a carrot drive, cause I swear my
Oh.
we stay active. Tell them all come round. No shit in his chest, but a fist to his head is enough to get a man down. Fuck these clowns, tell them all drop now.
Yeah. That shit
that
go
is
hard.
low-key
Shout out
cooler.
to Boys.
Key for the mess. That's one here, no need for the two. Oh my right hand, put you the rest. That 4-3 to that fit, I hold it down for my set. Fucking life, listen.
But yeah, like I really like that song because of that bar when it's like they knock on the door, it's the missionaries and they call more men. I'm like, hey, he's talking about us. But yeah, like him, um, and some of the Aussie elders on the mission, they would always be like, "Oh, you guys know who 1-4 is?" And I'm like, "Nah." But like anytime we go like grocery store shopping, like there's always um like people driving around with sirens, and they have like a ton of like megaphones on their cars and just blasting up music. And
Yeah.
so it's like we would hear the music and they'd be like, "Oh, that's them. That's the one that I'm talking about." And
Oh,
so
that's
like
sick.
1-4 is another group that I really like. Um, but yeah, Aussie drill by far beats UK in my opinion.
Do you know someone named Stanley T?
Ah.
This guy? I found him on Spotify like a long time ago. I was going through like radios and he
Yeah.
came up. I'm pretty sure he's from Australia. Yeah, he says he's from Brisbane.
Hey, old Brizzy,
Yeah.
Bro,
But
you gotta
Gold Coast.
hook us up with.
this is like the closest thing I had. So this is one of his songs. It's called Fair Dinkum. It goes pretty hard. I was like, I put it on my workout playlist, bro. She makes me want to like go crazy. His first, sorry, the build up's kind of long, but yeah, bro, this dude goes so hard. I was like, this shit is so
Be
fun.
like it.
Watch the first verse though. First verse is hard.
That is sick.
Yeah, I found him randomly. I was like, yo, this guy sounds tight.
Australian drill, bro. That's the
Yeah,
one.
I was like, dang, and he looked poly, and I was like, he's probably poly. New Zealand's right there,
Mm-hmm.
Australia's right there. They're like, and he lives in Australia. I was like, he probably poly. But yeah, that's like the closest thing I know from like to like Australian music
Yeah.
or like Aussie drill. That shit is a hard. I was like, yo.
Yeah. Man, cause when I came home, like I started listening to them all the time, and then one cool thing, um, with 1-4, the group, so like you guys know the Kid Leroy,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so those guys actually grew up together.
Killer Roy and 14.
1-4, yeah,
What?
and like cause Kid Leroy's from Oz, and grew up in the same district. So that's what 1-4 is like their district territory.
Oh, that's hard.
Wow.
That's tight.
And so, like, and even their sign is just this. So it's,
That goes hard too.
Yeah.
That
But,
shit is cool.
yeah, they did a track together.
Killer
And-
Roy in that?
Yeah,
What?
it's actually dope. Like, um, after Kid Leroy went up there, um, did a track with 1-4, and they're talking about like basically themselves, who they are right now, who Kid Leroy is, and who 1-4 is, and like what like the atmosphere was for them, kind of thing.
If you're inspired to advance
That's
your
dope.
career,
After this app.
we invite you to learn on the
But Kid Leroy's verse, like, is basically facts.
I'm like the jail, the track in my city. Fuck what they say, they don't say that shit to me. I'm in that town, I'm
That's Killer Roy.
Yep. Kid Leroy is like low key the shit. Like a,
I love this music.
For all of the killings. They blaming us for what happened to Sydney. They blaming us for what happened to Melbourne. They blaming us for what happened to Prissy. Tell me who's with me, cause I ain't killing this shit's been happening since back in the day. No one said nothing when she got knocked, but now everybody's got something to say. Get the fuck out my face. I ain't trying to lead these youngins astray, but pussy will stay in your place.
That's
If you
tight.
got a problem, then come out and play.
I had no idea Killer Roy
Me neither.
Just from
That's
the ghetto.
So yeah, like when Aussie drill kind of like started blowing up, like both Australia and New Zealand tried canceling them. Like all their tours, all their shows, like they wouldn't like when they would come to New Zealand, they would like basically deport them back. Like you can't come in here because you're influencing like all this gang stuff. Like most of like what some of them talk about is gang stuff, but like of them like just their perspective of like how they were treated kind of thing. And like there's a lot of like other Aussie drill groups and artists.
They're like the Australian NWA.
Yeah. Basically basically like there's a ton of groups that like a lot of Kiwi kids or Aussie kids like they're all like elementary school and they know the songs, the lyrics word by word. And I was like, dang. It's
that's what's up. That just sounds
That's
cool.
hard, bro. We need to go to Australia.
Yeah, I know.
bruh,
I've been saying, bro.
We need to interview like in Australia.
yeah.
That would be
So,
sick.
Gotta go to
I need to
Brisbane,
go there
man.
for the first time.
That would be top.
Was there another comment on there?
Yeah, somebody threw up the Leo boy sign. Oh, I think that's LG. I just said he's watching. I think that's freaking Leo boys.
Like boys.
Do you have any more questions for him? Or?
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can finish it out. So. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for showing. I'm gonna definitely
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure. I gotta
I'll
go.
send you, I'll
Alice.
send you
I'll listen to
Playlist.
Alice. I'll listen to more drill. Like, his time. Like, I just haven't been in a mood to or like a mode to listen to new music because I just don't know what to listen to now.
yeah.
Now I know a lot of things I could
Yeah.
go into. Anyway, I'm just gonna ask everyone this question at the end of the streams now. It's like so example. So 18-year-old just happens to be watching the stream. Stumbles across it. It's like lost. So someone like you, maybe it's a poly kid
Yeah.
in Utah, just finished high school, and there's no guidance. But he stumbles across here and he's listening now. What would you say to him? Or
Ooh.
I guess what?
That's a nice question.
Yeah. What would you? From your personal experience, how would you, at least, like where would you guide him? Where would you tell him to go? What would you say to him? Even
Like-
yourself, or imagine
like-
yourself. Yeah, yourself, 18-year-old. What would you say to him, basically? Because you're what, 25? Almost 25, right?
Almost 25.
That's almost a whole decade later. Like, you've learned a lot. You've
Yeah.
experienced a lot. What advice would you give to someone of that who's looking at the stream?
Just like that new Spider-Man movie. Expect the unexpected, and you won't be disappointed with what you get. You know, because you know, there was a lot of things. There's still some things that I will always say like I want this, I want that, but then when time comes where I have the opportunity to get it, like some things just get in the way, or I just choose the wrong decision, you know, and it never gets done. But you know, just I guess looking at realistic goals in life, you know, what can you really expect to achieve? Like, um, you know, just kind of keeping up with a structure that you build for yourself, you know, like, for example, like, my cousin got me onto, my Fitness Pal, that app where like he keeps track of like, um, what you log down of what you eat.
Yeah.
Calories and
yeah.
all those things. Yeah.
And like, I started doing that, and like the first week was just hard because it's like oh man, like I want to eat all this, but then had to like really look into other things that like, okay, well, what can I fill up my belly with, you know? And then like it's still an ongoing process, and thinking about it realistically, like my body weight, like everyone's body weight is gonna fluctuate, goes up and down, but it's just keeping it at a steady pace where I'm progressing, you know. And then housemate tells me of a new gym that's opening up. Sign up for it. Basically gym partners now. Gym bros.
Yes,
And,
sir.
you know, getting that grind in. Been going at the gym for 2 weeks, except for this weekend. But found out that my dad is like trying to build his at-home set, and so just working with those while I'm here.
Right on.
You know, still keeping up with it. And it was my sister's birthday today, and so realistically, I knew I was gonna go way over my calorie limit, and so like all this food and everything, like I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna be going over, and so in a way, like mentally treating myself, you know, something good, something to celebrate, especially like being with my family and like not being home for like almost a year, you know, um, and this basically this past whole year just been focusing on trying to better myself, and it took a long time, but um, how you said at the beginning, if I'm happy, like not yet, but it's getting there. Like this is like the part where now things are somewhat getting there, you know.
Progress, man.
Is the gym like helping you get there?
Yeah,
Is that like putting
like,
you in your
that was also another thing. Like when my um other cousin was telling me about my housemate, like what goals am I wanting that's gonna help me at the gym, you know? Because like how a lot of people would go to the gym just so like they can feel good about themselves, look good, you know, get the girls and all that stuff,
Mhm.
that significant other. Like for me, that all that looking at it now is like that's all gonna come later, you know, because what I'm really focusing on, like the first page of the book, is like being able to like move is the first thing, you know, being able to do all these other stuff, um, like just being able to feel comfortable with like not having to struggle with my body and like um being able to just move and all that stuff. And then like with all of my friends for Halloween this year, we're cosplaying as the Akatsuki. And then
Oh,
that's
hell yeah.
also another motivation for the gym so that I can like, you know, play the part or, you know, feel happy and like pumped about it, you know.
Mhm.
And being able to like do other cosplays. And then yeah, everything else will just come when it comes. But all in all, number one reason is just for better health. Because these past few years, like, I've indulged in many things that was too over excessive, you know, and built health problems. Probably the worst one was kidney stones. And I only had to do a lithotripsy where they shock
Yeah.
the kidneys and all that stuff. Like, that's like the worst thing.
Drink your water.
Yeah.
Drink your water.
Because that day, I was drinking too many Arizona mango teas.
I
My
was
sister
told.
came over and she's like, "Oh, you need to drink water." And I'm like, "Okay." So I started drinking water. Next day, boom, found out I had kidney stones. And I'm like,
I heard kidney stones is comparable to giving birth. Like that's the pain.
"Really?
Yeah. Well,
What do you know?"
if you try to if you try to piss kidney stones out, that's what I heard. It's comparable to giving birth.
That's what hurt the most.
Yeah.
Like that's the most pain that I've had in my life.
Yeah. See,
Like
that's what I heard.
physical pain. That's like a pencil going through cardboard, but
Yeah.
like you are the cardboard and
Okay.
just the image of that.
Stop mixing so much. Drink
Yeah.
some water. Nah, yeah.
Yeah. But then the second one was last year because I was supposed to move in with friends up north after coaching track and field that year. But that was when like people started getting COVID and I had it. My whole family had it, and they all got better in 2 weeks except for me. And I'm just like, why me? And so I started talking to doctors. None of them were actually helping. And then all of a sudden, there's just one day where I just couldn't breathe. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I was having a hard time breathing. Though, like, it was funny because of that thing that goes on your finger.
Yeah.
Like, it was saying that I was okay, but I wasn't feeling okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I need to go somewhere. And then my mom was like, okay, we could take you to the ER. Go through the ER. Turns out I was actually like messed up for some reason. So what they told me is that part of my left lung, like part of it ruptured, and like air bubbles suddenly were just surrounding my lungs
Oh, yeah.
and my heart. And like I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like when I think of rupture, I mean like the whole thing is just gone. So I was like, why is it part? And it's like, am I okay? Am I gonna die? Like that's what I thought rupture was, like you're gonna die kind of thing.
That's scary.
And then they're like, yeah, we'll just keep you here in the hospital so we can monitor you, make sure you're all good. And I was like, all right. First night, I'm like, okay, I should be okay. Everything should be fine. And then took me a while to go to bed. First thing I wake up to is a whole line of student nurses checking on my heartbeat. And I'm like, what are you guys doing here? What's going on? And then as I woke up, the guy was like, oh, sorry to wake you. Like, you want to hear your heartbeat? And like, the sound of a soda can when you open it and you hear all the fizz? Like, that's what I would hear after every heartbeat. I'm just like, whoa, this is weird.
What the hell?
Because you work as a nurse. Like, have you heard of
Yeah.
that happening before? Like, with other people or not?
Yeah, but yeah. I dealt more with people like with stomach pain,
Mm.
not necessarily hard time breathing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
that's funny how those student nurses. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was one day where I just felt so tired, and like I'm sitting up straight, and then all of a sudden like I'm just knocked out and I'm leaning forward, and like one of the nurses, she's like, "Hey, wake up, wake up!" And, like it's like faded, like you would hear in like an anime or a movie, and like, wake up, you need to wake up, start breathing, and I'm like, what? And all I hear is beep beep, like the oxygen thing that reads it, like it's just going off and blinking red, and I'm like, what the heck? And then the nurse, she's just looking at me, and like as if like I was dead or something. I'm like, am I okay? Like she's like, you need to do better. And I'm like, thank you. I'm just like, yeah, sorry I'm like this and I have no idea what's going on.
What the hell?
Well, I'm just like,
Get that nurse
alright.
out of here, man. I
Yeah.
want nurse my nurse.
Yeah, man. Stay up on your health, man.
Yeah.
You need to.
So you said you've been doing gym 2 weeks now?
Yeah. Cause it opened like last week of September.
Right.
So yeah, it's been good because a lot of the population up in Provo go to Vasa.
Mm-hmm.
Used to go to Vasa, but like there's just too many people. There's no room.
Have you seen that TikTok where people go to Vasa outside the Vasa and they interview them?
Yeah.
I know that's in Provo.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. There was one time like I saw the TikTok because another buddy sent it to us of another person that they knew, and it was a video of like what would you rate yourself 1 out of 10? And like we saw the guy and he was like a straight 7, and we're just like just cause knowing him and
No,
after only meeting him one time, I'm like you kind of just get the vibe where like he just kind of talks, all talk,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
nothing.
Lord.
And he's like 7, and we're like,
Yeah.
what?
Tell us how you really feel.
We should go to the gym and do that.
I'd be down. We
It'd
both at the
be
gym.
funny. It'd be funny.
Yeah, that
Like
would be wild.
with one of my buddies, like anytime we're out and about, you know, like we would just randomly like, or he would just randomly see people with like Naruto merch or a tattoo or anything. There's one time we were at a taco place and we saw a guy all dripped out in a Akatsuki. Red Cloud hat, Red Cloud shirt, shorts, everything. And so we started asking him questions and was like, all right, who's this Akatsuki member? And blah, 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 blah. We just started interviewing him while he's eating. He's like, oh. And then answers in. We're like, you're valid. You're valid.
Approved.
You're good. You're good. He's good.
That's funny. Have you had any like trouble staying committed to the gym or going, or you?
No, none so far. Other than my gym buddy, you know, one day it was just one day. I don't want to go to the gym, or we're not gonna go, even though it was like the night before.
I know. I
coming
feel
here,
bad. I'm
you
his
know.
gym buddy, and I like only go like twice now.
Yeah, but you know, like it's good when you have a gym buddy, cause it's like, yeah, you go support each other.
Bro, I remember he can never lift 2 plates, like bench 2 plates.
Bro.
Finally did it. I knew he could.
I'm
He
on
would
that,
doubt
bro.
himself.
I haven't lifted in like years, bruh. I went with my gym buddy and another buddy, and their bench warm up, like we're both warming up with like just a plate, and I'm doing fine. And they start packing it up. They go to a plate, 25, 35. I could only stay at a plate and had to go down, and I'm like, oh man, I am weak as heck. But like on the squats, like I'm fine.
Yeah, we know.
You know.
4 plates, probably still
God
easy.
damn,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
That's funny, yeah. That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
gym's like my personality, low key. I'm a gym rat,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because like when I first started, I went to the gym because of a breakup. I was like, damn, I gotta like invest in me, and that was me like doing it, and it kind of just became like making me, it helped me made me feel better after.
Yeah.
And then doing it for so long, you just get used to it, and you just keep going. And
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because he started coming with me to the gym. Like the first like month was fine. He came every day. We were like, all right, we're going to the gym. All right, let's go gym. And then like he started falling off. But I've never like, I have to go to the gym for me to feel
Yeah.
okay or like I'm feeling like productive in a day. That's like how I see the gym.
I still go.
You go. No, he goes. But like I would not like I would like if I miss a day, I'd make it up somehow. I'd be like, okay, I gotta go Sunday if I missed like a Monday or something.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just interesting. Like it's cool to know that you're like on your way,
Yeah.
you're on your journey to go. It's not for the
Mhm.
same reason I went, but
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just the beginning.
your fitness journey, man. That's always cool.
Yeah.
Cause that's like something I like. I'm like
Yeah.
the fucking gym, dude. Hell yeah, man. That's what
Yeah.
That's what I do. So
Another reason why I want a gym, because my younger brother that's out on his mission in Texas, because he's the tallest one in our family. He's almost 6 foot and
must be nice.
runs an 11.3, 11.2 100 meters. So he's the
What the-
fastest boy in our family. And now, before he left on this mission, benches the most. I actually don't know how much my dad benches, but so far from what I know, he's the one that benches the most.
How much is that?
Like he finally hit 3 plates.
Oh
And
my
I'm just
gosh.
Oh man. Like he's only almost 6 foot, 190 pounds, and like benching 3.
That's
Still has
crazy.
like a legs like a grandma walking stick, and I'm like, oh my.
Jeez.
But remember the day when I'm not sure if you were there, but it was like our sophomore year, and we're just like doing squats, and it was like our max day, and like Pono was like stacking it up with
Oh,
all the
yeah.
other
I
boys, and
remember
then
you guys were battling each other. Right?
yeah, and like where like I remember just only hitting 6 plates, which was just fine for me, and I didn't want to go. And then he starts adding more, and he's like, "Add more to his," and I'm like, "What?" And so they start adding more. I'm like, "Okay, do it." And I'm like, "Wait, what? What's going on?" And then when we hit 7 plates, and I'm like, that was like the only time, and probably never gonna hit that again or want to hit that again. But
That's
like,
insane.
Scary week.
That's insane to
Yeah.
me.
No, but this kid Pano, he was like he was shorter than all of us, and he would squat. Like,
he
That's
can,
wild.
he can squat.
he was
Like,
fast,
He was also
like a world champion
y-
boxer.
yeah, in
What?
the Olympics. Like he went when he was like what, 14, 15?
To the Olympics?
Yeah, at like
What the
5, 6. Yeah.
dang? Wait, Olympics for like boxing? That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
I think
badass.
he's still in St. George. Yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
Is he? Yo, let's get him on the phone, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Hit us up,
wild.
Pano.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have him
Thank you
teach us how to box.
for pushing me to PR that year. Never gonna touch that again. Don't want to.
That's crazy.
That's dope, man. Happy for you though, getting better more in
Yeah.
the gym.
Happy
Stick
for
with it,
you
man.
guys as well, getting this all started and, you know, progressing in life.
Yeah, man. We just be working, and then on the weekends we try to stream,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully every weekend we have someone on talking.
Yeah.
Just I think it's good to hear from other polys.
Yeah.
Well, cause I don't watch any like anywhere where polys are talking about
Mhm.
things. At least men, like
Yeah.
I don't see any channels on YouTube, cause I'm mainly on social media. If there's any like
Mm-hmm.
thing, I don't really watch Netflix. I'm mainly on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I watch her like I've watched Andrew Tate and like all that stuff just to better my mind and stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, hopefully with this podcast we can reach someone, even if it's just one person. Like
Mhm.
if one day we get a comment that says, "Yo, I've watched one of your podcasts,
Yeah.
and now I'm going to the gym," or like now I'm working 50, 60 hours to save up for something that I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I get one of those, I'm like, bro, this is totally worth it. Even now, it's worth it because me and him bond more.
Yeah.
Now, like I don't think I've ever talked to you like this before.
Bro, this is like first time.
It's dope. I know we're always cool too. Like
Yeah.
and it's some. I think it's just knowing that you're Maori too,
Yeah.
and I know he feels
Mhm.
the same way because
Yeah.
he feels really connected to his Maori side.
Yeah.
I'm more on my Samoan side just because I grew up with my grandma,
Mhm.
and she's Samoan.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a dope stream, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like since then, I just been huge or just super into podcasts. Like that's all I would listen to.
Yeah.
You know, hearing everything from a variety of people and like different perspectives. You know, like I enjoy podcasts more than like gaming streams or like gaming stuff. Like
Yeah,
that,
man, you
all that
learn.
stuff is fun. Like, cause like lately just been playing a lot of COD and like getting better at it, and now I'm at the highest level I've ever been, and it's not even a lot. Like it's pretty easy for like someone that's really good, but you know, podcast is like what I just turn on and just fall asleep to.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to consume meaningful content instead of
Mhm.
just like mind draining.
Yeah,
I get stuck on TikTok or I get stuck on social media a lot.
yeah. But that's usually what pops up on my for you page. Is like
But
just a lot of pods, but more like food talks, like food
yeah, yeah,
TikToks, cause like that's also another thing for me is like wherever I'm at, like the kitchen is like that's my place of zen where I'm like cooking and stuff
Yes,
because like
sir.
I'm always cooking
Refrigerator?
stuff and sometimes like when I smell it or like cuz there be some things where I'm cooking and like I don't really like it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the smell of it. But then some people that walk by they're like, "Oh, it smells good and it looks good." And I'm like, oh, thank you. Though not to me. And then I taste it and I'm like, oh, that's garbage. But then sometimes other people would taste it and it's like, oh, it actually tastes good. And I'm like, okay, I don't know who's cooking you that. But it's been getting better. And that's also like one thing that I've been um trying to better my relationship with my parents is like kind of learning um their recipes, what they cook,
That's
just
interesting.
something so that I can learn and attain and like make for my future family or whoever in the future, because like you know not everyone is gonna be here living that long. Like who knows when they'll leave here, but it's just something that I like doing, and that's what pops up on TikTok, and then just try it out.
I think that's a good like tradition to keep going. Like if your family cooks for you,
Mm-hmm.
you always have to, like, and you know how to make it.
Yeah.
Like our mom always made a beef tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
That
the one
one's
thing
good.
she always cooked, and
That was like
she
her
still
signature
makes.
meal.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know how to make it, but I should probably learn. So one day,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, your grandma used to make this like
Yeah.
when we were little.
Mm-hmm.
Or goulash. Do you know what goulash is?
Nah.
It's
What?
rice, and then on top of it is like ground beef with cream of mushroom and corn.
Ooh.
It's like stroganoff, if you know what stroganoff
Yeah.
is.
Stroganoff?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stroganoff just
Okay.
without mushrooms.
Huh.
And
I've
instead
never
of mushrooms,
had
it's
it
corn.
with cream and mushrooms though, because my mom she would do rice, hamburger meat, and corn, and then just give it to us from there. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
never
you need
had
that
it.
Yeah,
cream
no,
of
you need the
mushroom,
cream and
bro.
mushroom sauce, bro.
I'll try
It
that
puts
next
it all
time.
together, dog.
It's
Yeah,
like
no.
the ultimate ghetto food that
Yeah,
never leaves my
Mhm.
heart, or his heart especially.
it's
He
like
always-
my freaking number one is like
Mhm.
goulash. And I
Mine
just
was
learned how
like-
to make it this year.
Mine was like shoyu chicken and beef tomato. So I know my mom always made me. Shout out to moms.
Yeah, we ain't here without them.
Amen.
I have one last question. Just one question I was wondering about. So my cousin just went on his mission in February. His name is Rick, and I
Oh, Maori?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard about. His
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So he just went on his mission to
Yeah.
Oregon,
Mhm.
and I was wondering if like when you were on your mission, did you have like a bad case of like FOMO when you were over there, and then like when you came
FOMO?
back, like fear of missing out. Like were you when you were
Like,
over there, were you like
oh, missing out
did
on
you ever?
what's
On
here
like
at
Yeah.
home.
like music or movies.
Yeah.
or-
Because I
A
know
lot.
He told me about when Lorenzo came back. He felt like he didn't do all the things that everybody else did in the 2 years he was gone, and he was like drinking and doing all the stuff that he didn't get to do, but everybody else got to do.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you had anything like that where you were like while you were over there you're like dang like wonder what's going on over there, and then when you got out did you like do anything that you thought was like I couldn't do this before because I was gonna go on my mission type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I did have FOMO towards like the beginning, but then like I don't think he spoke directly towards me about it or really wanted to say anything about it, but I think he would mention it and express it metaphorically of like you know just being on the mission, you know.
Mm-hmm. Who's that?
Just like
Your companion?
yeah. Um like with everything that happens, like yeah, we take time off from just regular life and then adjusting to a different lifestyle for what we believe in, for individually what any missionary believes in, because um like yeah, we all represent God, Heavenly Father, and our Savior Jesus Christ on a badge. Um, and everyone is always out there for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, was not a good reason because I just wanted to get out. Like I didn't really want to like, you know, go out and be a missionary. I just wanted to leave home and just kind of experience the world. And getting called to New Zealand, I was like, oh yeah, okay. And I struggled
Bro,
hard.
that's like the dream mission, bro.
Yeah, that's what. Anytime I tell anyone, they're like, "What? Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Any sport
As in, like,
coming,
what? He went there. Like, what the heck? But yeah, um, cause like just growing up, like knowing that um being Maori and everything, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I wasn't really like, oh New Zealand, like, oh cool, like, oh yeah, Lord of the Rings and everything, you know, but
we did. We thought that was cool as hell.
yeah. But yeah, like um with one of my companions kind of like metaphorically speaking about FOMO, like he the way he said it was like um all that stuff like that can come later kind of thing. It's kind of like how I was saying with like realistic goals,
Mhm.
especially with the gym and like how I want to better my health, how I want to like um do better at like cutting down my weight and everything, like how it fluctuates. Like that's gonna be the same thing on the mission. Like we're still gonna feel that way, how we want to do all that stuff. Um, and when we get home, you know, you do have the opportunity to try it, whether it be good or bad or just whatever you want to do, you know. But while being out there on the mission, um, he spoke a lot about like honor in a way, um, like especially towards God, like honoring that
Mhm.
because you chose and like dedicated, said that you were gonna dedicate yourself to live that lifestyle for Him, and like there's no time for you to like be thinking about like
worldly things.
yeah, and like what you are gonna miss out on, like what you want to do, and like um you know, because there have been moments where like some things happen where like yeah, we did experience that, you know, because every missionary has some things that they experience where it's worldly and all that stuff, you know. um but thinking back at it, oh crap, I just lost my train of thought. um like just knowing who we're out there for and for the families and everything, especially with how parents raise you and teach you, like when you are going to be exactly opposite of what they raised and teach you, and especially with a badge on as a missionary and doing things that you shouldn't be doing, you know, like um, what kind of honor are you putting yourself through to show that to everyone, you know, if that makes sense.
Like during your mission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, because there's always going to be that temptation of you wanting to do it on the mission,
Mhm.
you know, and like everyone's like, some people may think like, oh, missionaries like they're super righteous, they're super holy, you know, but it's like the best time where Satan, the devil, is gonna want to get you to do something you shouldn't be doing,
Right.
you know, and then no matter how small it may be, it make you feel so bad about it, you know. It's like, what are you gonna do, you know? And there's times on my mission where that's happened, and I feel super bad about it, and it's like, well, what now? What are you gonna do? You know, like if that stuff happens, like just gotta move on and do what you can. And if you gotta go home, gotta go home. But good way to prevent that, I like looking back at it now. Um, it's just like being more honorable. You know, like is it gonna help me? Am I gonna miss out on a lot of things? Am I gonna feel good if I do it on mission, or if I come home and I do it if I missed out? You know,
Mm-hmm.
in your time, like when that opportunity shows up, like yeah, if you want to do it. Just think about it before you do it. And so
Did you do it when you came back from your mission, or you just didn't have any interest in like drinking or doing any drugs that people were doing before you went
Nah.
on your mission or whatever?
like I have thought about it because, you know, thinking about it like, oh yeah, I want to do all this stuff. You know,
Like drink and or like smoke weed or
yeah,
something.
because like, oh yeah, it feels awesome. You know, I want to feel that. Like everyone says, it feels great, but
Yeah.
you know, um, like just thinking about for the future as well is like I don't want to like drink or smoke um and have it become like a natural habit thing that I do daily,
Mm-hmm.
because like seeing that happen for a lot of people that I've come across with, whether on the mission or before or after, like um indulging in it too long like hurts them and the people around them,
For sure.
and especially like the families that are close to them, you
Mhm.
know. And then thinking about my family, and like not only being like the oldest sibling in my immediate family, but like out of like all the cousins, everyone, like a ton of people look up to
Yeah, just say like
whoever's at the top, you know.
set example.
Yeah, and so setting example for them and like for whoever comes across in my life in the future, you know. And so there are some things that I have done that I shouldn't have done, but like it's on a learning curve.
Mhm.
Abstaining away from that and just, you know, being a lot better.
That's good.
So
That's just one thing I was like wondering about.
Yeah.
Because if I was like, I don't know how I would feel if I
Yeah.
was like on my mission and all that, and like coming
mean,
back.
it's hard. Like it's tough. Like that was a really good question, but like all I know is it's not gonna be easy. Anything with life. But yeah, Rick should be all good.
We'll see when it gets
He
back.
doesn't need to worry about anything. I mean, I don't talk much with my brother on his mission. But I hear things that he tells my sister or my mom, and they just be like, "Oh, he needs to like focus, you know, because like could be trunky, like missing home or FOMO and all that stuff." But it's like, don't worry about it, you know.
Yeah.
Like when you do come home, like probably won't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of things that I wanted to do, like no, not anymore. And I remember, I'm not sure if it was when we were in seminary, or if it was freshman year. But I remember, like, just as an example,
Mhm.
one of the seminary teachers asked us, like, all right, list all the qualities that you want in, like, your significant other. And then after your mission, we write it down again and compare the two. It was way different.
Really.
Way different. And, like, probably gonna do it again because it's, like, the more as I learn and grow and mature, like, it's gonna still be different from the other two,
Yeah.
you know? So,
That's interesting.
yeah. It's crazy how it is, but, like, you know, looking at it, like, that's what life is. Like, that's how real it's gonna be. It's gonna get. So, everything is always changing.
Yeah, as I say, we're always like growing,
Mm-hmm.
changing our minds about things.
Or for the better.
Yes, sir. That's crazy.
That's dope, man. What would you say, Boo Boo?
What?
To yourself a year ago, because you were 18 a year ago.
Same thing. I've been saying every time we end it, I say like the same thing. Keep learning. Don't be afraid to fail. I think that's the one thing I was deathly afraid of when I was in high school. Like growing up, failing was like the worst thing you could have done back then. But like learning now, failing is probably the best thing you can do to learn, like to
Yeah.
be able to grow and figure out what not to do. Because I didn't think that was like a way of learning. Like, figuring out what you shouldn't do is like also a path of like figuring it out. Because I always thought like if you always win, then you're always good. Like you always progress. But in like the long run, it doesn't help. Like in like high school, I just kind of like did the bare minimum for the A, and I was like, all right, I'm good. But then I didn't actually learn anything from like just doing what I had to do instead of like actually doing what I was supposed to do, like research and all that. And that's like one of the things I think I take biggest is like learning and failing, because that's what I was scared of the most. So if anybody is youngins out there, just keep learning, don't fail, or do fail, but like don't constantly fail at the same thing. I guess.
That's good.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing I learned, I think, in this past year.
Right on.
Is that it?
What about you?
Or
Yeah.
what you got?
If I were talking to my 18-year-old self now, I would say stay in the gym, because that's the one thing you can control, your own body in a way. You can always feel better about yourself. And then just don't be afraid to work. Like I would say work your ass off, to be honest. I think a lot of people don't like to work. But I mean, no one really wants to do work, but in your life you're going to have to do it no matter what you do. You either work on the you're either going to work on the podcast, you're going to work for money, you're going to work on your body. It's all inevitable. So you have to put the work in and be okay with that, and learn to just love being on a grind. So stay in the gym, do that. Stop treating your brother like a jackass, and start being like stop being a jackass and just be an older brother, because homeboy, that's the only one you're gonna have. That's it, man. Anyway, bro, appreciate the come
Thanks for
through.
pulling in, man.
Only here for 2 days. He still came through. Oh, that was sick, bro.
Yeah. I'll be back again, so we might have to do a part 2.
Oh, we gotta do
Bro.
an update.
Yeah.
Updates
Yes,
online.
sir.
You can learn a lot in a month, you know. So
Heck
it'll
yeah,
be
dude.
cool.
Yeah.
And but yeah, stay posted, man. We'll keep connected. You gotta add him on Instagram. Grab his number. We're like bros now, bro.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah.
Links will be displayed somewhere.
Yeah. Tell him.
Where-
Do your at. What's your at?
Your ads.
Like, how
your
do
ads
people
on-
get to know you?
on
Instagram? What-
Snapchat or
Oh,
whatever.
Neitana.Leung-Choi _ spelling will be provided somewhere. Whatever platform that it's gonna be posted on.
Right on. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So you leaving tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
For sure. All right, man.
That's
We'll
it
end
for the
up-
Rajahdat
yeah,
podcast.
Episode 2 complete, man. That was sick.
Yes, sir.
To be continued.